The Manuscript of Survival, Part 366. October 28, 2013. As we have already stated, much is about to speed up now, as these incoming fluxes of transformational energy will blast through any barriers still intact after this long period of ceaseless hammering. In other words, the light will once again come in a big wave, all set to smother any resistance that might still be apparent here and there. This might sound a bit on the heavy side, but again, let us just remind you all that this will be light, and as such, the force that it carries within is simply the force of change. And change for the better, we may add. So even if some of you might feel this as a veritable onslaught, and indeed, all those still set on maintaining status quo will feel it as more than that, then what all this will do, is to liberate you from any set notion of what has been and change your sight onto what will be. We speak in parables as usual, but please believe us when we say that any so-called negative impact from all of this will only serve to remove any hindrances for the light. In other words, remember what we have told you recently, that the concept of chaos, no matter how hard ingrained it is in you that this should have a negative connotation, this time, we advise you all to embrace any chaos that may ensue with open arms. For this is all about creating the new, and in order to do just that, everything old needs to be completely dismantled. So even if you find your own personal life seemingly falling apart at the seams, know that this is not in order to make you fall apart, this is simply in order to enable you to reconnect yourself in a way that will sustain not only you, but this whole world. And that goes for all, no matter who or where, big or small, macro or micro. Chaos is not what has been labeled as by your so-called world leaders. They will equate it to a complete dismissal of everything that has held them aloft for ages, and rightly so. For this time any chaos will indeed serve to undermine the rotten foundation which they have built their whole existence upon. But you will know that this will also signal the resurrection of the new, the rebuilding of that old paradise that used to be you, and that used to be this planet. For this is only to remove the hindrances to this renewal, and even if this will equal total annihilation of ideas that many of your brethren have held for sacred, you will know that what they will get instead, is more sacred than anything they could ever have made up with their old and inhibited minds. For this time, chaos will serve to set you free, not imprison you, as so many of your leaders seems to think. So again we say, stay tuned to the channels that will serve to broadcast the good news that will abound, and stay away from those that will try to engender fear and negativity. For they will indeed be many, make no mistake, but the more you are able to tune into the channel of truth you all can hear within, the more you will be able to weather out any storm that may come and threaten to toss your existence into seemingly chaos too. For remember, whatever may come, comes at the behest of the light, and it is here to serve the light, and through that, serve you and this amazing, resilient planet you all live on. For something must fall in order for truth to rise, so do not become frightened if you find yourself on your knees from time to time. For you will not be brought down, dear ones, no matter how hard the wind will blow around your ears. You will simply be asked to release the hold on the old and step up and into the new, but for a short period of time, this might make you more than a little bit wobbly. So fear not, as you are all well protected, and indeed, looked after in every way, and if you do find yourself faltering, simply remember to ask for help in keeping your balance. For we will be there at your side at all times, and even if you find yourself as if trapped within a dark corridor, there are a multitude of doors waiting to be thrown open at any time, leading you all into freedom. Again we speak in parables, but let us just end this missive by saying that you will all be closely guided through this next phase, and if you at any time feel alone or out of balance, simply ask for help, and help will arrive in a multitude of ways even before you have finished wording your pleas. So again we say know that all is well, and you are exactly where you are meant to be. And if a sudden urge to relocate may arise, as always, follow your inner guidance and know that the voice you hear within is far, far more reliable than any cry of panic that might reach your ears from any outside source. The Constant Companions. Channeled by Asia North. asianorth.wordpress.com